Hi everyone. Start over. Hi everyone. This is Madeline Feierstein for Emerging Civil War. I'm here with Tim Smith. Tim, you just gave a wonderful lecture at our 12th annual symposium. Would you mind telling our viewers about what you discussed?
Well, I talked a little bit about some of the personalities that were involved in the Gettysburg campaign. So the things leading up to the actual Battle of Gettysburg. I usually talk about details and specific things that happened during the battle and regimental movements and either that or sometimes I talk about the story of the Gettysburg civilians and the people that lived there at the time of the battle. But this was different. I don't normally talk about some of the commanders and interaction with other commanders and how the personalities affected what happened.
Yeah, what was something that when you're doing this research that really surprised you or shocked you?
I think I tried to highlight some of the people that have been written about over the years. And I think what surprised me is when I started to look into a few of the books that have been written on the Gettysburg campaign, how different historical authors have dealt with the personalities. And, you can clearly see from the words they used which commanders they liked personally and which ones they didn't like. And, I guess that's fair, but to me, man, your personal, likes or dislikes, you should probably try to keep that out of it when you're writing about these people, but you can't.
What was one of the most favorite things you learned as you did this research for today's lecture? Or a fun story?
I think that I really like talking about General Meade and his taking command of the Northern Army and General Hooker's resignation prior to the Northern Army. And I think I like the idea of when I'm preparing a program like this, that I sit down and read some stuff that maybe I hadn't read before on the different topic.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So thank you to everyone who watched. This is Madeline Feierstein from Emerging Civil War with Tim Smith. We'll see you online and on the battlefield.